What's going on, everyone? Wanted to discuss the final draft that was done at my locals for Avatar: The Last Airbender. As you can clearly tell, I went right back into the black-red color combination. So let's just hop right into it. I'll kind of go over the strategies that I had and what worked and what didn't work. Okay, it was the Phoenix King. Obviously super strong. As soon as I saw this, I was like, yep, I'm going to have to use this as my bomb for the set and hope that I get all the black reds that I needed to. Luckily, because black red is probably one of the weaker color combinations in the set, made it pretty easy to get all of the key pieces that I needed for this deck. For example, Cruel Administrator. This one was a really strong one just to start building up 2/2 red soldier creatures and then start building up a bunch of Firebenders, which helped out with a few later strategies. I'll kind of go over those real quick. Zuko Conflicted. A lot of people were telling me this wasn't really that strong of a card. I think this card was phenomenal. I mean, you are losing 2 life every turn, but you just immediately get all these excellent choices of effects. Plus, you can always return them to your opponent's side, and then your opponent has to deal with paying 2 life, drawing a card, stuff like that. Usually, it's good for when they're really low on life. Combustion Man, again, we've gone over this one. This one is just crazy good. As soon as you see Combustion Man come onto the board, a lot of people are having a tough time trying to remove him or even just trying to deal with him because he just starts removing a lot of your opponent's creatures. Vindictive Warden. So I realized that Firebending works really well with this card, especially if you get enough Firebenders where you're just getting this 3 mana that you can just deal 1 damage to each opponent. So this was great to have. Deserter's Disciple was another one. Actually went well with Vindictive Warden, mostly because Vindictive Warden has 2 power, so you can use Deserter's Disciple to allow it to swing in directly, get the extra Firebending, and then or get the extra red mana from Firebending, which helps you kind of close out a lot of games. TLA, Artful Acrobat, again, another great creature to keep your opponents from blocking, especially if they have anything big that's gonna keep you from swinging in directly. Mongoose Lizard and Canyon Crawler, mostly just for mana fixing. These 2 did come in very well as creatures that could be kind of late game creatures, which helps out a lot. So would highly recommend if you ever get to do another Avatar draft to try snagging some of these land cycling creatures. Fire Nation Cadets, another good one for Firebending, mostly because you get the 2 red mana, which was great, especially when you wanted to make it a 2/2, or if you wanted to use Vindictive Warden to try to deal 1 damage every turn. Buzzard Wasp Colony. This one was more of a backup plan in case you were running into any flyers, mostly just to add evasion onto your side. Union Archers. This one was another good one just to get rid of stuff that you didn't need in hand and start drawing stuff that you did need. Callous Inspector, a good menace creature for a 1/1, but kind of wasn't fun to just kind of have Callous Inspector waiting around for your opponent to attack. And if your opponent's running a control deck, it takes a while before you can get rid of Callous Inspector, start putting pieces into your hand that you need. Merchant of Many Hats. This is mostly a recursion piece. You could use this with the Union Archers just to discard Merchant of Many Hats, draw 1, and then if you ever need Merchant of Many Hats back to hand, you can add it. Fire Nation Raider. This was kind of a weaker card. Just kind of used it every so often just to kind of help add a little bit more attack power onto the board. And then Uncle Iroh, I didn't see a single time the night that I was playing this, so don't know if this would be as good of a card as I'm thinking. The nice thing is spells you cast, or less than spells you cast, cost 1 less to cast. That's pretty nice. especially if you have Uncle Iroh on the board and you have a bunch of lessons. Unfortunately for this one, I didn't have that many lessons, but just so you can see, so Dilate Indoctrination, I actually like this card a lot more than I thought I was going to. Target opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-land permanent card from it, that player discards that card, or you Earthbend 2. I like taking a look at my opponent's hand, seeing what's there, and figuring out how I need to play my next few turns. Kyoshi Battle Fan, I've gone over this one multiple times. This is such a strong, versatile card. I would definitely recommend. Firebending Lesson, really like this card. Deal 2 damage or deal 5 if you use the kicker. Sold Out's another really good one. You just exile a creature, and then if it was dealt damage this turn, create a clue token. This is good if you're blocking, because then you can generate that clue token if you need to. Otherwise, mostly found myself using this on my turn just so I could, kind of swing in directly without needing to worry about any blockers. Iroh's Demonstration, this was mostly to deal with anybody who is creating a bunch of 1/1 ally tokens. Also, if you needed to deal the 4 damage to a target creature, if your opponent built up something big, then this helps out a lot. Tundra Tank was another really good one. I'm surprised by how many people don't think this card is that strong. I think it's great. For crew 1, you get a 4/4, which to me is like, by turn 3, if you're getting a 4/4, you start dealing a lot more damage than you think. So I like Tundra Tank. And then Azula Always Lies. This was mostly another removal card just to get rid of a 1/1 plus you get to add a +1/+1 counter on a target creature if you so desire. Okay, and then the lands. Realm of Ko was a really good land. I was actually pleasantly surprised by this card. You add 1 black mana, but it enters tapped unless you control basic land. So pretty much treat this as a basic land, especially for this format, because you're mostly running basic lands. And then you create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Again, adding a lot of 1/1s to the board so that you can just start swinging in if you need to. You could also pair this up with Deserter's Disciple and start allowing your 1/1 to go unblocked even by the spirit creatures if your opponent has one. Boiling Rock Prison, another good one. I hardly ever use the sacrifice the land to draw a card, mostly because I found myself actually using having versatility for the black or the red mana helped out a lot. And then we have all of our lands, mostly ran mountains, but did kind of an even split between the two of mountains and swamps. So anyway, that was the entire deck. Like I said, if you ever come across Ozai is just super strong in this format. I mean, if you can build around it, I would highly recommend it. Mostly because just giving it flying and indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana. I mean, Ozai is already going to be doing creating 4, so all you need is 2 more, and then you've got it there. So highly recommend this one. The color combination, again, not the strongest one in the set, but I do say whenever you can surprise opponents, and if your opponents are not really paying attention to these 2 colors, they wheel a lot of the good red and black cards, which makes building this deck really easy. All right, thanks for joining. Tagging out.